This is the gaming channel, and I will be leading the Book of Boba Fett podcast today. And here's Ben.
This is not the gaming channel, but I shall also be attending.
Yeah. Hello there.
And I've already fucked this one up because I forgot to put the brand new ALP intro in, but I might upload that to the YouTube channel for shits and giggles, to be fair.
There's a brand new intro.
Haven't you seen it yet, Ben?
No, I haven't. Oh my god.
Do you want to watch it now?
I know what intro you're on about now. Yeah, I was wondering what you meant first when you said "Hey, kill intro," but yeah, you sent it to the chat.
I'm gonna get it up then. This is probably the greatest ALP.
Nice.
This is like some next level legendary content. As long as I might edit out one bit unless it age oh no, it doesn't matter. It probably won't age restrict anything. If you look at Hey Kill's unlisted video, no age restrictions. Now here we go. This is the ALP intro. Show intro to Ben. Please put your camera on. I really want your reaction to this. Please. Or just put your mouth in. Just have your mouth in if you smile.
Nah.
Ben.
Nah. Another time.
Ben, what's actually happened to your skin out of interest, and what's happened to it?
Don't.
No, but you mentioned it on the podcast last time when you had your camera off. So
I know, but it's just I'd rather just not,
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry.
It's okay.
No disrespect. All right, here we go. Anyway, This is the video.
You're a nice fucking fan over me. What? I'm the best alchemist.
From your vicinity.
I'm about to insert the cheese. Leave the room. Leave the room.
Oh, okay, hang on. I'll tell you what it was.
This is Liam. Trust me, the collection.
No!
Oh, for fuck's sake, George! Oh, for fuck's sake! Amazing.
Oh, that is amazing.
Greatest intro of all time.
Oh, that's fantastic. Because it shows off the USP of the podcast, which is fucking mental.
What's the USP? Oh, unique selling point. Yeah, the madness. Yeah. Definitely.
No, that's really good. Haykill put that together then.
Yeah, shout out to Haykill for doing that intro. Cheers, Haykill. Much bloody appreciated, lad.
Somehow
anyway,
captured the raw spirit of
I'm not bothered. I'm not going to put that in the intro of every single podcast, mainly because, like, if it's a podcast with me and Gampat reviewing bloody Jurassic Park, or me and Professor Goat trying to have an in-depth discussion about Star Trek, like that's, and it's just me and some bloke dressed up as a fucking scientist, they're going to be like, well, where the hell are all these other people in the intro? So I'm mostly just going to do it if it's just combinations of us five. So, yeah. But nonetheless, it's still an absolutely, utterly amazing intro. So, anyway, today we shall be reviewing... Shit, I just knocked the table.
Dum dum dum.
That's how it goes. I'm trying to find the notes I wrote on the show, and it's very difficult to find it. Man.
Well, in the meantime, we can have a moment of silence.
Sorry about the slow start, lads. Sorry about that.
Can have a moment of silence for Jeremy Bulloch. Never too late.
Who the hell's Jeremy Bulloch?
no, he was the guy who was under the Boba Fett costume originally.
Yeah, he played Boba Fett in 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy Bulloch.
All right.
Thank you for being underneath the suit, mate. You did a good job. Did he voice him as well, or was he just in the suit then before?
No.
Well, he did voice him. He voiced him in the theatrical cuts, but then Timmy Morrison's voice was used to replace it after.
No, it was a different guy doing the voice, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, a guy called Jason Wingreen. And like it was a very kind of sorry to call you out there.
No, sorry. No. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. Yeah.
Just because I remember it being like one of the things
Yeah.
about the special editions that annoyed me, because he's like originally he's like it's very husky American voice, so it sounds quite cool.
I was gonna say as well. You know, like Darth Vader was originally just a bloody. He was a man from West Yorkshire, and he was like, "Oh, hello,
Yeah.
how are you doing?" And all that.
Well, it's just how
I want
David
the rebels
Prowse's
brought to
voice
me
is
alive.
sounded. Yeah.
You are a rebel,
just-
traitor, and a spy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
David
sounded
Prowse
like-
is unfortunately not around anymore either.
Yeah.
When did he
It was
pass away? Sadly.
Only last year, I think. I think it was only last year.
It must have been last year. Oh no, it's
think it
2020.
was-
End of 2020. Wow.
How was it? Oh. I think it's a bit
fine.
more recent than Jeremy Bullock, though.
But then, to be fair, March 2020 until now has just been like a nebulous gap of time.
Oh, sadly, lads, I only wrote notes on the first 2 episodes. I'm disgraced at myself because they were a lot of fun. Sorry about this.
We can make stuff up. Remember when Boba Fett died in episode 4?
Exactly. What the hell are you going on about, George? Don't forget my review. I'm back.
Fuck's sake.
Very strange. Yeah, show Ben the intro. Anyway, let's get into this then. So the Book of Boba is showing us what happened between when he got stuck in the bumhole in the Return of the Jedi and till when he showed up in the Mandalorian. So, and pretty much the Book of Boba has been hyped for ages because at the end of the Mandalorian, you know, he rolls up to Jabba's palace, shoots Bib Fortuna, and he's like, "I'm the daimyo now," or whatever it is. And then and then in the show, it starts off with Boba Fett in the Sarlacc pit.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you see him in there and you're like, damn, you feel bad for the guy. And he's going, and he gets out there, but he's lost all of his energy. And then the Jawas come in and they rob his shit and knock him out. And then he's just lying there like this. What do you guys think of that intro starting where the Return of the Jedi left off?
Well, I think obviously this is like one of those things where Legends had explored what happens when Boba gets out the Sarlacc pit, but then because like that was declared non-canon, whatever. It was like, okay, is Boba Fett alive? Turns out he is. Shows up in Mando season 2. I didn't actually think we were going to see the Sarlacc stuff because it was a sequel. I thought they'd just kind of leave that to the imagination. So when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, they're actually showing this like this moment that's existed in a lot of Star Wars fans' imaginations, you know, and it plays out exactly how I thought it would. He just kind of flies out or whatever, crawls out, gets captured by some Jawas, you know. So it was nice, I guess. I can't say it was like that surprising because obviously it plays out how you kind of expect, but yeah, you know.
Yeah, because in Mando he's got no armor on, so he explains why he's got no armor on when he's from the sheriff. Well, when he wants his shit back from the sheriff. So
yeah.
So,
say though, we got to find out, and so that was good.
So anyway, it's cool how Boba Fett just isn't going to just change like that at a click of a fingers. He's like, I'm a good guy now on Tatooine. You know, he's sort of like shit happens to him. He gets captured and becomes a slave. And it's cool because it shows how he gradually turns into the anti-hero that we see in Mando rather than just a forced change. Like, I don't know, someone farts on an elf and then he's like, that's bad, I've got to help them and get involved and save them. Yeah. So it's really good that there's an actual natural change. And we see him get treated like shit, really dehydrated. And when he earns the Tuscans' respect by grafting and saving that kid, he doesn't earn their respect by being a nice guy. So that's really cool as well. Yeah, him saving the kid, even though the kid was a prick. I don't think it's forced because you got to think, right? It's like it's sort of like he's doing it so he probably does care about the kid, but he's sort of doing it so he can survive as well at that point, you know. So they don't kill him because if the kid dies, well, I suppose he could escape, but he's got nowhere to go. He doesn't know enough about those balls that they drink out of, the coconut ball things that they open up and drink. So, There's Batman Oreos. What are you going on about? Are you on about? Oh yeah, you're at the cinema. I'm assuming George. Yeah, George missed the podcast, so he could go to the cinema and watch a film. So fair enough. But yeah, the first episode was very good in my opinion, and it's also cool to see how he does things differently to the Hutts as well. Like he spares those Gamorrean guards as well, which is cool, and lets them work for him. And we meet the mayor's bitch, who's quite funny as well and quite entertaining.
The Twi'lek. Yeah, he was probably one of my favourites by the end.
Yeah. Liam, pick that up, Liam. What's going on?
It'll be picked up downstairs.
Pick that up, Liam. You can't leave him hanging. Come on, Liam.
What if it's Ewan McGregor calling for a guest to the red carpet for me?
Hello there. Am I speaking to the gaming channel? No, you ain't speaking to the fucking gaming channel. What the fuck are you going on about? Please tell the gaming channel. I love him. Fuck off. Some bloke pretending to be Ewan McGregor for you, Liam. No! The gaming channel.
The greatest tragedy of our modern age.
The tragedy of Liam, the gaming channel. Have I ever told you about the tragedy? George is ringing Liam's home phone. Fair enough. Yeah. George is sitting on the screen. Well, that's a bit strange.
No.
You're not supposed to be on your phone now, George. You got to turn it off. Hence the warning.
Turn it off. Get it off.
Turn it off.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Anyway. Yeah. I wanted him to boot the kid Tuscan. Well, that's a bit cruel, George. Yeah.
That's okay. I can kind of,
Yeah, he was being a prick at first, but then they became mates, didn't they?
Yeah. They
I like how the coward guy got eaten, and didn't someone else get eaten by the big monster too, or was it just that Greedo-looking alien?
I can't remember.
Same. It was weird that the Greedo-looking alien didn't help Boba escape, but there you go. I like how as well Boba has an alternative way of fighting because he's lost all of his armor, hasn't he? So he has to learn how to fight with the sticks, and it's satisfying to see him learn and become more advanced. And also, it's really cool how you have all those idiots doing the spice trade thing, the train coming through and shooting Tuscans for no reason. Doesn't really make much sense, but I guess they just want to start on people, don't they? Because they're twats. And Boba, while they've taught Boba how to survive in the desert and drink those ball things and whatever, he taught them to fight the train, which was really cool. And the train sequence was legendary. I thought the second episode was absolutely great, to be honest. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm preferring the flashbacks, to be honest, because the future, we sort of know what's happening. So, yeah, well, with the flashbacks, I know we know what's going to happen. He'll survive, but we like to see how he changed. We like to see how his character became better, and he's not just a shrill who does shit for the Empire. He's a human being who feels. And George said, "You'll turn me on if you say that." What are you going on about?
I don't know, but just get back to watching that film, George.
Yeah, I think you're a bit off your head, George.
Cheerio.
I think I'm going to block George and ban him from every podcast. See you, George. But sick Liam, you've got a different top on instead of Marvel or Ewan McGregor's bum. You've got Coca-Cola. That's brilliant. No, seriously, it is really cool to be honest.
I think I've wore it on here before. I think.
Obviously, I'm rocking the classic Salt Rock. Da, 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 da. Ben, what top have you got
on? Cobra Kai.
Can we have a look?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, just in case it's grey. And it's got like an orange cobra on it and then the words Cobra Kai on top. You can probably spot it at Primark or wherever my parents buy me Christmas gifts from.
Disgrace. Yeah. And we just lost a viewer because of my forehead. That's sad.
Shake my head.
Anyway,
nothing to worry about.
True, yeah, George, we're just chilling here and do whatever. But yeah, with Boba Fett nearly being assassinated by those geezers, that's pretty cool. You think, like, because he's going to be a different leader, shit's going to go wrong. You know, usually the person who leads with the Iron Fist, no one steps them. But as Boba's more merciful, which is obviously objectively the right way to be, but because he's more merciful, he's not going to get as much respect as he. So that's why people are coming after him. And he hasn't got a big army behind him like Jabba had. He's just got him, Fennec, and that's that at first. And it's them trying to take on loads of people. So you feel like the odds are against them. But they get people on their side by being nice, them being, by being respectful and somewhat merciful. They get people on their side. They get all the mad bikers, don't they? They get Chrysanthemum. They get Mando. They get... I know this is skipping quite a bit, but they get a lot of people on their side from doing the right thing, and they're genuinely loyal, and they will fight to the end for them. While Jabba's people, I'm not being funny, but when things were going tits up, they all just legged it when he was getting strangled to death. They thought, there's no money in it for us anymore, let's fuck off. You know? So it shows that loyalty and kindness is the way. So...
Absolutely.
Wait, what's your picture now? Never mind.
I just love it. Yeah. I mean, I think one of the most... I mean, it's like... Well, we'll save, obviously, like overall thoughts at the end. This show probably hasn't won me over like I did with Mando. Probably like Mando Season 1. When it, like, first kicked off how cool it could be to have, like, a live-action Star Wars series. Really high production value. I think maybe just because I'm not really sure... Or I wasn't really sure where it's headed. And I'm still not completely sure. But I did think one of the best aspects was probably the flashbacks in the first 3 or 4 episodes, just because,
definitely,
like that to me was like what I was saying earlier with the imagination thing. Okay, so like everyone knows he gets out the Sarlacc pit, but what do you do to make it interesting after that? That he doesn't, he doesn't just keep his armor and go on the same way. He's got to like change and develop and be fucked up from that, and find some way to kind of move on from nearly dying in a Sarlacc pit.
I mean, we all love the characters who go from being bad to good, like Zuko and I don't know who else off the top of my head, but you know what I mean, who go from being bad to good and you see them change over time, or good to bad, or bad to worse. Good to bad being Walter White, Saul Goodman, bad to worse, Tony Soprano. We all have seen these characters either rise or fall, because it just makes them interesting rather than, or go on a... We like seeing them go on an arc. We don't like seeing them stagnate. And Boba definitely went on an alright arc. I mean, his character pretty much is just him being like, well, Tatooine, blah, 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 I'm the daimyo, blah, 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 blah. But they do make it interesting. I'm not saying it's a bad arc. It's nothing compared to like Walter White or Jon Snow or Tony Soprano. But it's decent, decent fun. Yeah, there we go. So, the bikers... They're all right characters, right? But I feel like... I'm not saying British people don't fit in Star Wars, but thick London accents.
Loads of British people in Star Wars.
No, but usually posh, Grand Moff Tarkin's voice, Ewan McGregor / Alec Guinness.
Bro, I want like a South African Sith Lord,
That'd actually be pretty cool.
Join the dark side.
Join the dark side, my blue. But I don't know why. The thick London accent doesn't... They just don't fit in. I don't know why. They look cool and their characters are cool, but the thick London accent just doesn't fit in Star Wars. It's just sort of like you've got Star Wars accents, like American accents. Well, Boba Fett's New Zealand accent has pretty much like been ingrained because of Clone Troopers. So I suppose maybe we'll just get used to more London accents in Star Wars, because imagine being in 2002 and hearing a bunch of Australian voices. You'd be like, what's going on? New Zealand voices. What's going on? So accent. Sorry.
Yeah.
But their characters are all right. Like I like how they're like, well, we robbed shit from that bloke because he's charging too much for water, and Boba's like, well, why don't you get a job? Oh, there are no jobs. Or work for me, you lazy bastards. And they're like, oh, all right then. So that's really cool. We see how him and Fennec meet, which is pretty cool as well. She's dying in the desert and he saves her, which is really nice. He obviously wanted a quick cheeky shag, but then he thought, I'm going to have to put nuts and bolts in her, so that's not going to be very fun, is it?
Oh, and that was strange. But like...
What do you mean?
No, I mean...
she's part robot, even though we don't know about it. But she goes through a lot as a bounty hunter, doesn't she? So
do we not...
No, we do. Ben, have you watched Mandalorian Season 2?
I've watched Mando. That's the thing. I must have not realized or forgotten, because I was really confused. I was like, "Oh shit, is she a cyborg?"
But when
she does show off that. She shows off those cybernetic parts in Series 2 when she's with Boba. in the
I
episode
don't even remember that.
where
Sadly.
Boba pops up.
I'll be honest, like I've only seen. I think I've only really seen Mando once. Like, that's not to say I don't like it. But like, you know, I need to probably rewatch or something.
And in series 1, she was in series 1, but she got shot by whoever the person who was accompanying the Mando.
Oh yeah.
And then some figure who we didn't know about, like who they weren't shown, rescued her, and that was Boba. So yeah, they were sort of like clearing up that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is there to say about it? Oh yeah, Cad Bane returning. Liam, you made a good point with the Star Wars channel. How you said about Cad Bane, the way he looks is weird, and I totally agree with that because and you didn't make this point, but I feel like whenever he's talking, he looks like a spoilt kid. He looks like he's like, you know, he looks like he's just been told, no, you can't have your sweeties, son, and he just looks so comically angry all the time. He loses it. It just makes me laugh. I think that's just a design flaw.
Yeah,
to be honest. Yeah. And as you said, I wish, as you said in your Star Wars channel video, that you wish he looks more like he did in the Clone Wars. But it's probably really hard to replicate him. His character was still cool and badass, though. So.
See, I really liked how it looks, but then I don't know. I've not seen tons of the Clone Wars. So
I thought he looked weird in that episode that he first appeared in, episode 6. But to be fair, in the finale, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I got used to how he looked, but I thought he actually looked a bit better in the finale somehow. And I guess his mouth movements and all that as well. I don't know. I feel like
his mouth movements are less worse, but I still found him looking a tiny bit weird in the finale.
I just don't know whether his head was made slightly longer in the finale somehow, or not. But no, I don't know.
It's cool.
Seeing
him shot though, being the one-man army, and he killed the sheriff and his deputy.
Well, didn't kill him, did he? Because there's that post-credit scene at the end of the finale, and that was Cobb Vanth in the.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the post-credit scene. Damn. What happens to Cobb then? What does he say?
All it literally is, it shows Boba's back to tank in Jabba's what is now his palace, and that person who was in one of the earlier episodes, the Thundercat person, whoever he is, I don't know who they said, who's like a. He sort of modifies people, with cybernetics and all that, which I think he did to Fennec. He was there, and I think he's probably going to cybernetically modify Cobb, and you could see Cobb in the tank. I mean, it might not be clear to everyone who's in there, but I'm pretty sure it's him. And when he got shot in episode 6 as well, he was shot, I think, in the shoulder, or it was like on the right here, not on the left, in the heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I thought he wasn't dead. I mean, they were saying in the episode that he was dead, which I thought was odd, but
it didn't look like he didn't really feel like he died to me, because they were all kind of crowded around him and like, oh, get a medic.
Yeah.
Usually in Star Wars, if someone is dead, they're just dead. They just show them their body lying on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, and in a Western too, if someone's dead, they're just dead on the ground. So yeah. I don't know. It didn't really. I suppose my favorite episode was the last one, but I still had my kind of issues with it. I was just like, that's strange,
What sort of issues did you have with the last one?
Particularly, and this is probably more of because of how they've decided to connect the shows, this is more of an overarching thing anyway. I'm just really confused by the whole Grogu thing. I really don't. At the end, Mando season 2, Luke takes Grogu to his academy, and Mando's there on his own, and I think that's going to lead into some solo adventures. But then in this one, he just at the end, and the resolution of this one is that he gets him back, and it's just like why is that? I don't know. I guess you could make the argument that it changes their relationship, but I don't even know if it will.
Yeah, it is a bit weird, isn't it? Because the whole point of the first 2 series of Mando was for him to get Grogu to his own kind. He got him to his own kind, and then Grogu was like, "Oh well, I'm going to go back with Mando now." Oh,
Yeah, which was
okay. What was the
which
point
was
of the first two series? What was the point of that arc then? If it's just been reversed,
exactly,
know?
yeah, and it to me it seems like it would have been. Like people were genuinely saying as well, like they said, "Oh, Luke knows what he's doing by tempting him with the lightsaber or the mithril, whatever it is, you know, the Beskar little chain
Beskar
mail
armor,
thing.
I think. Yeah, Beskar
Yeah,
shirt or whatever. As Mando
yeah,
was saying in
the
that
little
finale. Yeah,
the little thing." And
Yeah.
people were saying because that's what Yoda did, or he because of the Empire Strikes Back, where he was made to choose between doing his Jedi training or running off to his friends, that it mirrored that, and that Luke was testing Grogu. Nope. As it turns out, he wasn't doing any of that. He was literally just making him choose, and it's just like, it's really bizarre because I think that would have been a much cooler. That would have been a really cool throwback.
I didn't hear about that being a callback to that, which is interesting to think about. But
it was just a theory, and I think probably one of the better fan theories I'd heard, considering how many shit Star Wars theories there are. You know.
I mean, I thought, because I think I said in my finale predictions video as well, that I thought that Grogu was going to not become a Jedi because if, say, they're still thinking about the sequels and the sequel trilogy, we don't see Grogu in the sequels and he isn't mentioned, and I don't think he's in any of those comics and whatever. And I guess at the same time he's too popular a character, but I don't
think I'd kill him off. But then I guess you have to have him in a different location or something.
Yeah, I mean, Grogu's ended up taking control of his own destiny and deciding not to become a Jedi. But I also said in that video of mine as well that, I think I said this anyway, that the only thing is, if Grogu does go back with the Mando, it sort of, does it lessen the impact that scene in the Mando Series 2 finale had,
And him taking his helmet off too.
Yeah. And then and in the first episode, well, no, I don't know. Yeah, the first episode he shows up in Book of Boba Fett. He goes back to the clan leader person, and it's like, oh, you've got to repent taking your helmet off. I was like, oh, okay.
So he did all that for nothing because Grogu, he got Grogu back anyway because Luke forced R2 to fly Grogu across the galaxy.
Yeah, and if he does that and he gets the respect of and keeps the Darksaber and does, it just seems like too much is working out for him. As mean as that is to say, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it is odd. Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe Mandalorian season 3 will come out and Boba will probably be in that because why not?
Yeah, you would have thought so. Yeah, and I mean,
it's cool that they fight with the Sarlacc and kill it. That was really cool. How he goes in to try and find his armor and then the Sarlacc pulls the ship in. That was a legendary scene, I thought.
That was unexpected, but I thought that was interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and another cheeky seismic charge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Best sound in Star Wars.
Oh, absolutely.
Apart from Boss Nass going...
Debatable.
They're both pretty god tier.
Yeah.
And, of course, Wicket saying, yup, nub.
Oh, yeah. You can't beat a bit of that action.
Yeah.
But what else is there to really say about the show? I guess it relies a lot on Mando Shizzle and the issue is right. When Boba steals the slave one, Boba starship because it's that's what it's called at this point.
Well, they were calling it by its model, weren't they, in the show? I can't remember what they called
Fire
it.
Spray.
That's it, Fire Spray, because I think Fire Spray gunship or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think in the Star Wars Bounty Hunter game as well, where you play as Jango Fett, I think it's called that in that game as well.
Okay, interesting.
The way I just call them now, it's like, if it was Attack of the Clones, I'm calling it the Slave one, but if it's something after they've changed the name of Boba Fett Starship, I'll just call it, whatever you guys just called it, the light spray.
Well, Fire Spray.
Fire spray. Yeah. Which isn't a terrible name, but I just think like there was no reason for them to forever.
Or just call it, if you could call it Slave one, that's fine,
Yeah.
If that's what you know it as, or because it is the common name, isn't it?
Yeah, I've said this before, but it's so stupid when you consider that in the first one or two Star Wars movies, whatever, they describe Anakin as a slave. It's like you can't shy away from that word. You've already used it.
I know, that.
I don't know.
Yeah, just more ridiculousness. Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm.
What else is there? I mean, Cad Bane's death, you got to feel a bit bad because they could have. You feel like, man, they're going to do a lot more with him. But maybe that shot of him where he was still breathing, could have he survived?
I don't know he's breathing, but to be fair, I've
I don't
been
know.
watching Star Wars theories breakdowns after I watched the finale. I watched his breakdown, and then he did a short theory video on it, and he thinks that Cad Bane is still alive because of that. There's that shot of, that overhead shot of Cad Bane, and then you can hear a beeping sound or something. He thinks it might be some sort of tracker or something on him, which might signal for his droid and his ship to go and pick him up, or something else. He said, or for like the Crimson Dawn to get involved or something like that. But or someone to pick him up and get put into a Bacta tank. I don't know. But
I suppose, but it's like, well, in one way, I don't think a lot of people expected him to live past Return of the Jedi. When you think about it, really, like a famous bounty hunter in the Clone Wars living that long is kind of impressive. But then also like it was very big on the Western vibes. Like they literally had him come out as like a gunslinger in his little cowboy hat, facing off against Cobb Vanth and then Boba. And so when that happens, I feel like that's kind of that's like the last showdown. Like no one survived. Only one person is walking away from that. So I think that kind of has to be his swan song, in my opinion. But I don't know.
I thought, I thought Boba would kill Cad Bane, and he did. Presuming that Cad Bane is dead, but we didn't end up being in a shootout because he tried that, and Cad Bane kept getting the better of him, and then he just ended up stabbing him with the gaffy stick, which it made sense. Like Star Wars theory said as well when I was watching his video, said it was poetic, and
definitely, yeah. He used the thing that the Tuscans taught him to win, even though it was. The only reason he won was because Cad Bane was just being an egotistical idiot and just stalling.
Another one of those situations, yeah. You see that numerous times, to be fair. I thought it was a cool fight.
If he just shot him a few more times, he would have won easily, but he just dicked around like
maybe, yeah. It was a cool fight. Maybe a bit short. It's cool. I don't know. We'll have to see whether Cad Bane does come back, but
I mean, he's an old man by this point, but I suppose
he's old as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a cool way to go out there. Like, oh my god, I've never had that much interest when he was animated, but when I saw him in live action, it was like, oh shit, okay, this is, because we've seen Duros, but the way they made him look with like the teeth and the brim of his hat just coming over his face, I don't know, it worked for me.
I think he's cool in animation as well, but
oh yeah, like he is, yeah. But
yeah,
there's a different like atmosphere, I think, in this one, doesn't?
Yeah, it is different now in live action, isn't it? Yeah, it is different. There's a different feel. Yeah, but yeah, I thought all that Wild West stuff, Cad Bane and him popping up in episode 6 and having the showdown with Cobb, and then and then he also shot the deputy who only appeared in that episode multiple times.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah. But then they had a cool sort of like showdown in this finale as well, didn't they? The first time when Fennec said to wait and leave it because Bob was still emotional, and then again after.
Fennec should have said to him, "Don't fucking show down with Cad Bane at all. He's going to kick your ass." That's what a true friend would have said. She just wanted to get the throne off him and become the new Jaime. Definitely.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah.
But who wouldn't want good old Fennec as the Daimyo? So, I mean, no. On a serious note, though, the actress does look amazing. 58. You've got to give her the street credit.
Oh yeah, like I didn't think she was like much older than 40. I was.
Yeah, I thought she was about 40, 41 as well. Maybe even 39. Like, damn man, fair play to her for just looking that good at 58. I know Liam said that the person he thinks is the best looking for their age was Alec McGuinness when he was about 80. Alec
Guinness.
Yeah, that's it,
yeah. Ian McGregor's like the same age now, isn't he?
He's not 50. He's not 80, Ben. Bloody hell.
No, he's not. He's not the same age Alec Guinness was. No. Alec Guinness was in his early 60s, I think, when he played Obi-Wan in the original trilogy. Well, when he first played him, and then whereas Ewan McGregor
wait.
now, he's well, he'd be 52 soon, end of March, I believe.
Oh, damn, Ewan
Yeah.
McGregor's 50.
Oh, no,
Oh,
sorry,
yeah,
he'd be
wait.
51. Yeah, not 52, 51.
Wait,
He'll be
then-
51.
Why did someone tell me that fact then? That can't be right. Am I thinking of someone else? Maybe. Yeah, okay, it might have been Ralph Macchio being the same age as Mr. Miyagi.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, what else is there to really say about the show? I'm probably missing some things, but I just want to give a disclaimer. I have tried some. This is the first time I've tried CBD oil, so that's why I might come across as a little bit odd in this one. I've tried it on some of my joints. I've tried it on my back and the front of my hands and my knuckle. So yeah, I sort of feel like I'm struggling to think of things as well, but I needed to put it on now to like know how, because I didn't want to put it on because I've had the CBD oil for like a week now. I didn't want to put it on in the week in case I'm groggy the next day, so I'm just going to see how I feel in the morning. It just makes me feel really relaxed though, and my joints feel well. My back feels quite a lot better, and I don't know. With my hands, it's hard to tell if they feel a lot better. They feel all right, to be fair, anyway. But it's just good to put it on and see if it can help my knuckle a bit. So,
Oh, nice.
but yeah, I'm definitely not rubbing CBD oil on before a podcast though again, because I just feel pretty not mad tired, but just like I'm struggling to make the points I usually make. So I put it on right before the podcast as well. I just thought, it's now or never. I thought I've eaten tea, I've had a shower, I've got to try it. So
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, what the hell was I saying? Yeah, there ain't really a lot more to say about the Book of Boba, I suppose. The Mando episodes were really... Actually, let's talk about them a bit. They were really cool. I found it a bit odd that the big Mandalorian was trying to kill him and take the Darksaber. I just thought, like, mate, there's barely any of you Mandos left. Why are you, like, trying to oust one of the Mandos just for your ego, just for the Darksaber? Who cares? Just seems a bit strange. There's not many of them left, and it's nice that they survived, So...
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought the episodes with the Mando were cool. Even though the one didn't have Boba in at all, and then the other one had him in briefly. It seemed like with those two episodes they were trying to sort of because I know you've got all these shows that they're creating, and then they're all going to lead to like a climactic event or something. But
I think that's the idea, with like Ahsoka and stuff.
Yeah.
And originally Rangers of the New Republic, that's not happening, I think.
Probably not, no. But I mean, because they're doing that, even though this is the Book of Boba Fett. So you would have thought Boba Fett would be in every episode. And of course, people have said, and you'd think as well, that these episodes of the Mando and Grogu and Luke would have been in Series 3, but they're being put in here instead. And
which is strange.
Try and fit in with the story of this show, but yeah, it's odd. But I mean, yeah, I thought the flashback stuff was cool. It was nice to see Boba develop as a character and get his own rancor.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, but then I can also understand how, with what people are saying, and also myself, how he has been softer in this show, and and people, it's not the Boba people now. And he's agreeing with people, and if they say something else, he's saying, "Oh, okay, we'll do this." Yeah, I mean, there's that, but yeah, I can understand as well, because again, I'm mentioning Star Wars Theory because I've watched.
He's your favorite person in the universe.
But he was saying about how this show sort of like I think like a sort of a cluster of Star Wars as well, or whatever, and different Star Wars things, and how he doesn't know where it wants to go because, I mean, especially with episode 5 and 6 not really having Boba in, and then focusing on the other things, not fan service and all that, which was great to see, and they were great episodes. It's just you put that, but it does could make you think, oh, but why are they in the Book of Boba?
The only issue I have with that side of things, right, is that it is called the Book of Boba, and we could only be getting one series, and it was the perfect chance to like expand on his character as much as possible. So it seems weird to shun. Imagine if you'd had a full episode of Boba Fett in the Mandalorian series 2, you'd be like, "What the hell's going on?" It's nice to see him back, but this is Mando's screen time, and Mando's screen time in the Book of Boba was really good. But it did mix it up and keep it interesting, but at the same time, we've got so many seasons with Mando. We're not going to get the same with Boba, so you might as well just try and expand on him as much as possible. Keep the Mando stuff to a minimum, or they could have saved it for series 3 of Mandalorian. I don't know. It was still great and fun, but a part of me feels like, damn, it would have been better if we had more Boba to expand on his characters. This is the only chance to look deeply into him, unless you're like a big bookworm in the Star Wars department.
I mean, look at the possible alternatives that we nearly had. In that originally, Josh Trank, the guy who directed the 2015 Fantastic Four movie, was going to direct a Boba Fett anthology movie, and it was probably going to be called like Boba Fett: A Star Wars Story.
That would have been a bit crap, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably. I'm obviously not saying like, oh, this one's perfect because that one wouldn't have been, but like, it's weird. It's weird to think about how like whether or not that would have affected this show's existence, etc.
What else is there to say, really? Not much else. Mixed bag. Well, not mixed bag, actually. Very good, but I prefer the Boba Fett flashbacks. I would prefer more development than just crazy action, personally. I did like the action in the very, very end. Like, there was a lot going on. There was a lot of different stages to the action. We started off with a cheeky gunfight, then big droids with shields stomping around the city. I like how it's not like two humongous armies throwing down for the fate of the universe, with the galaxy. It's just, Boba Fett's gang versus the groups of people who are just twats. And I like how Fennec ran in and just assassinated them all at the end after their forces got whooped. So that was really,
that was cool, yeah. I thought it was, like you said to me, James, I thought it was a fun finale. I thought it was a fun battle. Lots of cool moves as well that they threw in there. Different characters did. And the stuff with the Rancor was cool as well. Boba on the Rancor. And Boba fighting with Mando. And then even, I know, of course, you can say, oh, Grogu coming back and being with Mando again might sort of have, lessen the impact that the final scene of the Mando Series 2 finale had. But I don't know. I mean, it was still nice to see them together again, and we had some funny and quirky humor in the episode too. I mean, it would have, in a way, I would have liked to see Black Chrysanthemum sort of like dominate more, sort of.
Oi.
No.
I know you mean.
Like to get dominated by Eddie.
Black Chrysanthemum.
That is all.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It did seem a little. He did seem a little nerfed in the last one, where you kind of expect that he's going to go on a rookie rampage and rip some arms out.
Yeah, because the Trandoshans were all going to fight him, and then there were, I suppose, too many, and they were all on top of him, and then but then after he pops up again when they need help, and he's throwing the pikes here, there, and everywhere. So he must have somehow got the better of the Trandoshans, but you would have thought he would, especially because because I didn't know when he first popped up in episode 2. I don't think I hadn't seen him before. I hadn't heard of him, and then apparently, he is an established character who's been in some of the recent comics. He's been cool in those comics, and it's a force to be reckoned with, and he's tough. And we got some sort of cool stuff from him, but it was more just him throwing people around. I mean, he tore off that Trandoshan's arm in the one episode.
Yeah, it was really cool when he
but
went
then, on the bottom. But then Trandoshans are able to grow their limbs back. So, I don't know. I mean, it was still nice to see him but yeah, like I say, just him throwing people around, and but then yeah, he was still sort of in vulnerable positions in this episode, and I would have liked to, seen him be more like, sort
I know what
of
I mean.
like a force to be reckoned with, and yeah. Yeah, and then at the same time, I mean, Bob was cool, and we actually got to see some more action and coolness from Bob. I mean, it was a shame we didn't get to see the Slave One in the finale, and he didn't use it, but when he could have. But
I guess we didn't, did we? That's
yeah, because him and Mando, they were talking about going over different plans when they were in those ruins, and talking about getting to the ship or whatever, and but they didn't go with that. I suppose because Boba wanted to stay with the Mando, and I suppose it was about honor as well, wasn't it? Like how the episode was called in the name of honor.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I think he wanted to stay with the Mando and stay and protect his people, Boba. But yeah, like I say, it was a cool battle. I thought it was a fun episode. But yeah, it's like I say, it's a funny one with the show because it's cool and there's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, you sort of wish that Boba was, more like he was in the original trilogy, or he was sort of like more ruthless and not as sort of like not as much of a pushover. But like I say, it's still a fun show, but yeah, it's just odd where you have episodes which either don't or barely feature him as well.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't the last shot, well, besides the post-credits thing, wasn't the last shot of the episode like Mando's ship flying away then? Or
Yeah, baby, it'd have been like,
Yeah.
For God's sake, I'll do it again, you fucking green shit.
See that to me is quite strange because like surely the last shot, like, if you exclude that it's about Cobb Vanth, should be about.
It should have been Boba and Fennec mooning the camera. That would have been a funny last.
Yeah, like and mirroring the end of Mando season 2, they go back to the throne, except this time they're like, you know what? Let's not have a throne. Let's have some beanbag cushions. Maybe a little a little football table over there.
Nice.
Redecorating Jabba's palace, modernizing it.
And maybe just have alien strippers who just voluntarily dance, not ones who are forced to dance.
Exactly. Progressive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I suppose you would have thought so. I mean, I suppose when we see those characters again, it'll be Mando Series 3, so it's moving on to that. But yeah, I guess you would have thought so. And yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, let's just get to scores. Then we'll watch George's bloody video.
Oh yeah.
I give it probably like an 8.3 out of 10 in my opinion. Very good. Could have focused on Boba more. I really like the flashbacks. Actually, there is one little gripe. That those gangsters who apparently killed the Tuskens but didn't actually kill the Tuskens. How that was resolved. I know they didn't actually kill them, but how that was resolved was so naff because it's like, I've got business I need to take care of, and he just goes and kills them all, and it's like, well, that's not satisfying. So, that's just like you picked up your ship and then you killed a bunch of arseholes. Well done. That didn't take effort, But I mean, it's not particularly bad, but I just feel like it could have been done a lot better. So
that's fair.
I thought that was cool. I thought that was a cool scene, but
yeah, it was shot well and edited well, but I just feel like it wasn't really a satisfying revenge. It was just sort of like.
I suppose, yeah, because I don't know. I suppose I don't know what it is, but something I've thought about as well when I've been watching things like that is it almost seems like when they're shooting characters as well, it's almost like when he was shooting at them, it's almost like he was just shooting in that area, so it was causing explosions, so that it would knock them off the speeder bikes. And it's not like you could actually. I mean, there's a line they can't cross in relation to violence, but it's not like you could see him actually shooting at them in the speeder bikes, like to make it sort of, I guess, more satisfying. And
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
What ratings would you guys give it anyway?
ooh, probably I'd say 7.8. Good,
Okay.
but kind of missing that like thing that makes me love it. I think like almost there, but just not really finding its footing, in my opinion. I don't know.
Liam, what would you give it?
I think I was kind of wondering what to give it, but it's got some great moments, great Star Wars moments. But yeah, like I say, it's again, like people have said, and you know, it's kind of in a way the show's here, there, and everywhere, and it's not always focusing on Boba, which it should be, especially as the show's called the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So I think I'll give it an 8.5. It's still a fun show overall.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Anyway, let's look at George's video. 6 minutes. This is going to be a drag.
Since I can't join you.
What was the point of that part sound effect?
Oh my god!
Why is the quality so bad when he's got a new phone? What was the point of buying a new phone? When you buy a new phone and the quality's shitter than the older one? The reaction. No, I swear, he put a video in the chat and it looked really good, so it must be the rendering of the editing software he's using.
You guys. So, my quick thoughts on Book of Boba Fett. Very, very good. I wasn't a fan of the bike chase at this. I think it was the second or third episode, wasn't it? Wasn't a fan of that. I thought that was very, very slow. Boba himself was fantastic.
Did he just say the second episode was slow?
No. He was saying it was in the second or third episode. It was in the third episode, that bike chase, wasn't it? I thought it was kind of cool personally. I know a lot of people didn't like that bike chase, and it was kind of slow to be fair.
No.
But
I found it really weird. It was just sort of like they're like.
Yeah.
I think apparently the bike gang wasn't a big fan of the.
Oh yeah! Oh, for fuck's sake, George!
What the hell was that?
What the effects of Luke?
That made no sense. That made George. That had nothing to do with anything.
The bike
No, I'm gonna pause it just to be safe.
What?
What's this? What Liam spinning around got to do with Kermit the Frog?
Oh yeah, like what's that, George? What's that?
Honestly, I've got no idea what's going on. George, that was shit. We're not George's reaction when we react to one of his shit memes. Right, we're skipping to the end now, George. You've lost your chance.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Okay. Anyway, that's it then. Let's move on to. He ruined it. He ruined his chance. He ruined his chance. Putting that bollocks in there.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
That was so random.
You want to move on to legit or a bit? Are you up for it, Ben?
Yeah, I can. I don't know. I'll have to think of one.
Okay, then. I once smelt my own arse by accident. Alright, so I'll tell you the story of this one. So basically what happened was I was watching TV when I was 14 and my arse absolutely itched to another level. So I was like, oh man, this is horrendous. So I grabbed this big control I had and like scratched it loads, scratched the itch up my arse. And then it was the itch was horrendous. Like when you're a hairy person, the itches are horrendous. It's another level. I wasn't like I was shoving a control up my arse, but it was like I was getting it on the itch, if that makes sense. So, and anyway, I used to have a TV box in my room, so I was watching the TV, and I put the controller by my face and accidentally sniffed it. I was like, "Oh God!" And then I was like, "Oh man!" And then I'll spray the Dettol on it because I forgot to do that earlier. Actually, no, I didn't. No, I didn't do that. I just left it. Damn, never mind then. So yeah,
it's a weird question, but you wearing trousers? Yeah, were you wearing trousers?
Well, I sort of to get the itch. Oh no, yeah. Oh God, I think I shouldn't have told this story. Oh no. Yeah, to get the itch, I sort of had to, pull my boxers down. So
Boxes down as well. Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
So, is it legit or a bit, Ben? What do you think?
To be honest, all signs point to legit for me because it's the way you said it's so vivid. I feel like it could be fake, but then it rings true, you know.
Sadly, it's true. Yeah, I thought I'd out with that one. In fact, I was 14 and it was a horrendous itch, man. It was I didn't shove it up there. There was just an itch that I had to get badly. It was like the worst itch I'd ever had in my life. It was like I don't know. It's like I must have jumped in a bush arse first and like I didn't actually do this, but it's like it's sort of like just it was the worst itch I'd ever had and I had to get it because usually I just leave these itches and tough through it, but I thought I can't be arsed anymore. I cannot be arsed. I've got to get this itch. So well done, Ben. I thought I'd suss you out.
Yeah.
Well done.
No. Sometimes you can tell the tragedies from the.
No, but I thought, Ben will think it's fake because I'm being so honest. So
No.
Well, it actually seemed like my question caught you out because unless you were still acting then.
No, I was trying to poker face it and bluff it.
I know, but then I asked you that question, and then you were like, "Oh, I shouldn't have told this story."
I was trying to double bluff.
Okay. Okay, but then that just made me think it was true. But then I did still have a bit of doubt though, thinking, is he still acting now?
Because the thing is with these stories, because I said about the death hole thing, but I thought no, I have to tell because I take legit a bit very seriously. So I thought I have to tell the truth. The death hole thing I made up, but then I thought that's why I went back on it and said no because that didn't actually happen. Sadly, I just left the controller, which I should have cleaned it. But yeah, so sad day. But the thing is, I'm not being funny, although that's an embarrassing mental thing. Like at the end of the day, I was 14. I'm sorry, everyone's done weird shit. So at the end of the day, it's just that I've been brave enough to use it or a bit. But everyone has done weird shit in their own. Liam's nodding his head. Liam, what have you? No, I'm joking. I want to you, McGregor. No. Are you McGregor poster? No.
I wouldn't say that about you, Liam.
What? What?
No.
What did you say, Ben?
I said I wouldn't take that about you, Liam. It's disrespect.
No, I'm only joking. I was going to say, as a joke, though, could you put up a shrine? Could you do a video where you do a shrine to Ewan McGregor and have loads of pictures in Canada?
No. Maybe loads of Obi-Wan, but I don't know.
Okay, yeah, loads of Obi-Wan for a laugh and just be like, you are my master. That is all. And then end the video.
That is odd. That is very odd.
Well, no. I mean, Master is in Master Jedi.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move. Do you want to do Phase the Space or the Impossible Quiz?
I might have to shoot off.
Oh, you've got to shoot off. Me and Liam will do Phase the Space then.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining, Ben. And,
no worries.
Good one, lad.
Good. It was good talking about Boba Fett and all the other Star Wars characters. Yeah.
Were you going to say it was good about me talking about scratching my arse with the camera?
Of course, you know. It's,
yeah, that was.
When you going to do a legit orbit to Liam?
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, do you want me to just come up with one, or do you have time to do one to Liam?
I guess I'd have to. The trouble is, I got to basically like go back and write down the ones I've already done.
Oh, okay. Just
but next time I'll have one ready.
I'll do a legit orbit then.
Okay, but yeah, this is the Xanderfist channel, and that is all.
Peace out, Ben.
See ya.
But yeah, anyway, so I'll do a legit orbit for you then, Liam.
I thought that was for me, but then you said that.
No,
Ben.
it was for Ben, yeah. So, before I met you, I thought that you'd just be a fat geek. Now, basically, I said to one of my friends who I met you through, I was like, this guy, he seems like really cool, but he seems like really mysterious how he just comments on your streams. So, and I was just talking about what I think people look like who I haven't met yet. And there were some people. There was a different squad I was hanging around with who I knew one of them from college on Xbox, but the rest of them I didn't know that well, so I didn't know what they looked like. So I was guessing what people looked like, and I was coming across you, but this wasn't to that squad. This was to the person who I know you through, and I was like, I reckon he's probably got a lot of spots, long hair, glasses, really tall and fat. That's what I'm guessing. And my friend was like, no, he's nothing like that at all. I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. He just sort of like quite tall and hirsute and brown hair. I was like, oh, all right then. So I thought you'd be, just because you seem really mysterious on the comments, I thought this guy doesn't really have much to say. And he's, you know, I don't know what this guy looks like, so I just thought, yeah. So there you go.
What, they said I had brown hair?
Well, you have got brown hair, haven't you, you fool?
No, it's blonde.
It's not blonde, it's
Yes,
brown.
it is. Yes, it's blonde.
Liam,
It is.
it's brown hair. It's not blonde. What are you talking
It's
about?
this lighting.
That's brown. Liam, that's brown. Liam, that is not
It's
blonde.
the
That's
lighting.
brown. Liam, that's brown. That's not blonde.
It is.
It's not blonde, it's brown.
It is, or it's dark blonde or whatever, but it's always has been blonde anyway.
I'm going to show you what blonde hair looks like. This is blonde hair.
It's not like really sort of like yellowy, but
This is blonde hair, Liam. Yours is brown. That's what they told me anyway. And I well, yeah, you have got brown hair, so. And you are hirsute, so yeah. I was totally wrong
Suit?
about how you looked. Like tall and skinny.
Oh.
Well, tall and lean. That's a bit nicer way to put it. Well, being skinny isn't a bad thing to be called anyway. It's better to be skinny than like fat. Like, so.
Yeah, like I say, skinny's fine. Yeah.
As long as you get the healthy stuff inside you, you know, you're all good in the neighborhood. Or like some healthy stuff. But yeah, is it legit or a bit, Liam? Or would you have any more questions you want to ask?
I don't think there's really anything else to ask. I'll say it is legit.
Yes, it was a load of bollocks. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Well, I've done. I had one bad one, and then I did all right with that one. Yeah, I never asked anyone what you look like, so
Okay.
I guess if I didn't really think about, I don't really think about what people look like, to be honest. That was all a load of. I mean, I used to when I was young because I thought, oh, this person on Xbox and don't know what they look like, but you hear their voice loads. But all I saw was your comments, and one of my mates actually sent me a picture of you from a video that you'd made for college, so I already knew what you looked like. Remember when it's placed in the group chat PFP, and I thought, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Anyway, let's play a bit of GeoGuess, then we'll leave it there. So yeah, welcome to Face the Space. Oh shit! Well, they're driving on the right side of the road. All the houses. It looks a bit like Holland to me. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting a big Holland vibe straight away. What do you think?
Really don't know. It's quite different.
Yeah, I'm getting a big Holland vibe, man. But man, these flats look really, and they're all about that flat lifestyle in Holland, that flat apartment lifestyle, you know.
I wouldn't know.
Well, let me know if you've got any ideas, but I'm going to zoom in nearer. Probably on the outskirts of... No, I'm not going to say outskirts of it. Actually, it could be the outskirts of that. Oh, I don't know. I was thinking outskirts of Amsterdam, but it doesn't seem busy enough for that, you know. So... Oh, man. I don't know.
Yeah, may as well go Holland, I suppose. I mean, I know I usually go along with you, but I'll say it's really... Again, like, this game's really difficult, so...
Definitely, man. 100%. Belgium. Here we go, Netherlands. Yeah. Honestly, I was thinking Old Zealand, but we might as well.
Why don't we go for Amersfoort?
For sure, yeah, why not? And there's greenery there, and this looks all sort of greenery like. So,
Yeah.
well, that was
Oh,
home.
it's America again. See, I was wondering whether it could be America again. To be
I
fair,
genuinely did not get an America vibe from that.
is it
at all.
America? It's America, isn't it? It's not Canada. I don't think.
British
Yeah.
Columbia, New Westminster. What?
Oh.
Right, let's zoom out a bit. Hold on, where are we? Why won't you let me zoom out more? I did not think that was British Columbia at all, though. I'm just going to look that up quickly. British Columbia. Oh, it's in Canada. Surprisingly.
Oh, so it's
Oh,
Canada. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 5 million people. Well, I wouldn't have guessed Canada. So there we go.
Maybe. I don't know. I suppose I just didn't think about that. Canada.
England. Na na na. Na na na. England. Oh, wait, no.
1 minute. That sign.
They're driving on the right side of the road, and that sign. Never
That
mind. I got
sign.
I'm guessing France, then probably. Le. What other language
So-
use?
Does it let you zoom into the sign or not?
It says Le
Can
Baron.
it-
I can
What
read
about?
it. Trust me. Le
Can
Baron.
you click there? How it's got a square.
That's as close as I can get, Liam. It
Ah.
says Le Baron. I think it's France.
Yeah,
Or
it could be.
Or
Yeah.
France. There's some people in England like.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe middle of France or something.
Yeah, probably. Let's. We. All right, let's go for a round here.
I was France.
We did well. We did really well there. I've got to
Yeah.
give us the street credit. Bloody hell, that was a
Mhm.
really solid guess. Now, this is England. This is England.
No.
Oh, yeah. No, this actually probably is England. Look. Look.
Not sure about that bus stop. That bus shelter.
On the boob bus, the fishbowl bus stop.
Someone,
I'm guessing Spain. I'm getting a big Spain vibe really quick. Oh, we can't go that way anymore. That's sad. Yeah, I'm getting a humongous Spain
I don't know whether
vibe.
it could be or Italy or
I'm getting a Spain vibe, Liam.
I don't know. It could be somewhere
be.
like Malta or Cyprus. I don't know.
What do you think of? I have interest. Have you ever been to Malta or Cyprus?
No.
Ah, okay. Just wondered. A lot of people rave about Cyprus, to be fair,
Yeah.
and everyone loves Spain too.
Oh, that is popular for Brits, that's for sure.
Do you like Spain much? Have you ever been, or you're not bothered?
I've never been to Spain. No. I mean, not that bothered. I guess it'd be interesting to go to. Okay, it could be interesting to go to. Maybe not the places where there's loads of Brits, though.
Yeah, that would probably be chaotic, wouldn't it? The holiday places.
Mm.
Let's go for España. We off to sunny Spain.
And you get to the left, a bit further down as well.
Oh,
There we go.
Spain's down there. Bloody hell.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't realize Portugal was there. No wonder they're so cool. They're all just tucked away from everything. Oh, we did quite well.
So what island's that then?
I don't think we would have guessed that in a million years. It's Fad. I can't say that. I'll just pop it in the private chat. However you say that, pronounce that, Liam. Fadja da over.
Oh, Madeira. Madeira.
Oh, Madeira. Thanks.
Madeira.
Oh, he
yeah,
said
I think that.
Oh shit! We only have 5 minutes of free explore time, so we have to be quicker. Shit.
Oh, okay.
That's annoying because you can resume later on. Your playtime will be refilled. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Then we've done all we can today with Face to Space. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty tired. I shouldn't have done the CBD all before the podcast, but yeah, it is what it is.
Well, we still managed to, have a good chat about Book of Boba and.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, is there any news you want to say, or?
No, I don't think so. I guess the next Star Wars show is Kenobi, which
Hey, I'm
we'll
hyped for that. Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, yeah, it should be good. There's a lot of hype surrounding that one. I think more than any of the other shows, really.
Return of Hugh McGregor.
Yeah, but yeah, that should be coming in May, I think. So I think they've recently released a teaser poster as well. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Well,
yeah.
I guess we can wrap up nicely there. So
Mhm.
thank you all so much for watching, and have a good one. See you. Oh wait, Liam, one last thing actually. When will the Halo 3 Let's Play stream start?
Well, I was thinking once I've got these other videos done I've got on my list like the Halo 2 campaign highlights and the multiplayer highlights, and I wanted to do the Lego Star Wars video game review and Halo C and 2 review. I know it does sound like a lot, to be fair.
So it's
but
probably going to be a few months before we get to the Halo 3.
it could be, yeah. I think realistically, yes. I'd rather it wouldn't be that long, but at the same time, I want to get the Halo stuff, these Halo things done before I move on to 3 as well, rather than be focusing on these videos, focusing on previous Halo games while I'm playing the Halo 3 campaign, you know.
Yeah.
So
you'll get the reviews out the way, and the Lego Star Wars video game review. What about Crash 4? Or are you going to throw that under the bus for now?
Oh, that review. I'll probably leave the Crash 4 and the games I streamed before that for a bit. Yeah, because I think there's that and Avengers, and I don't think there's anything else. There's just Lego Star Wars video game as well, but I want to review that, and then I want to play Lego. Then I want to try and stream Lego Star Wars 2 and the complete saga before Skull Saga comes out.
Shit, you put yourself up for a big task there, Liam. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, man. Good luck. I guess you've had a few weeks to just chill out and not do a lot really, and just have a relax. I suppose you're probably rejuvenated and hyped. So, good luck.
Yeah, really looking forward to the Skull Saga as well. So,
yeah, fair play, man. Well, as I say, everyone, have a good one, and see you later.
See ya.
Peace.